To that story quickly about Xander is that that game will likely be made up on Long Island when the Rockers travel there for the final series of the regular season. September is scheduled. Lattimore dances off first, and Yo awaits the 1-0. It's a fastball right there for a strike. Hard to believe we're already talking about and foreshadowing the final series of the season. Tonight, game number ball games left in the regular season. Yo checked his swing on a curveball. Yes, he went. Beardsley left it up high. Yo thought it may drop in. Couldn't pull the barrel back in time, so he's down 1-2. Team the Rockers just saw the Ducks. They're headed to the playoffs as well. Champions of the North Division in the first half. Rockers obviously the South Division champs. Lattimore taking off. Pitch blowing away. Throw down is not in time. Quincy Lattimore with a stolen base. Beardsley at 2-2, and Yo watches that one go by outside, and the count's in. 3-2, breaking ball fouled back. Pretty good ratio. 3-2, and Yo watches that one low for ball 4. Second free pass of the inning issued by Beardsley. So Brian Pereira now with a chance with 2 away and 2 on.
Catcher, Brian Pereira.
Here. First one to Yo is over the outside edge for a strike. Xander Wheel hitting downwards toward the bottom of the Rockers' order. And that really says something for the depth of this lineup as Yo takes up and in for Shedlong Jr. An on-base machine in Ben Aklinski. Yo takes high, 2-1. Quincy Lattimore, a share of the franchise's all-time lead in home runs. And Bo Taylor, who is an immaculate run producer. And then Wheel fits in the 6th hole. Sure, there's an easy out anywhere. 2-1, that's up high, 3 balls and a strike. There is no easy. Very productive as well for the Rockers. And we talked about Brian Pereira, who waits on deck. And the Hunters lineup extremely potent. 3-1 to Yo is cut on and missed. That elevates the count full. It's laid on a 94-mile-an-hour fastball that time. Yo will work a walk his first time. 1 pitch away from. There's a 3-2. Runners go. Yo line shot to shortstop, and right there is Aguilar. A couple steps to his right to make the play and end the inning. Here comes Janis with a 2-strike pitch. Little bounder left side of the infield. Yo charging from third base to cut it off. Gloves and fires low to Wheel, but helped out on the back end of the play. Xander scoops it out, and 2 down. Maybe an easy out in there, and we have discussed many times that is not the case with the Rockers lineup. Yo takes inside for ball 1. Here you take a look at Bo Taylor, who's been the anchor of the middle of the order for High Point pretty much all season. And a rattle Kiwatrochi here in this 5th inning. Here's a 1-0. Yo take the call. Strike low and in. Ball and a strike. Couple men on for the Rockers. And the pitch to Yo is tapped foul. The game action. Been on board twice. 1-2 is left in the turf. Kiwatrochi ready and the delivery. Missed low and in. The count full. Yo looking for one that he can punch. 3-2. Fouled it back to the net. Another payoff to Yo is downstairs, ball 4. 3 consecutive walks for High Point, showing their patience. Really making Kiwatrochi earn it in this inning, and here's Brian Pereira. Pereira sees a 1-2, a high drive, deep right center field, chasing back Cespedes on his horse towards the wall, and it is off the base of the fence. Bo Taylor coming in to score. Xander Wheel chugging behind him. Yo is right there. He will score. A bases clearing double for Brian Pereira, and the Rockers take an 8-4 lead. Pereira banged one out to dead center. And Cespedes, who was stinging one out to dead center, right over the head of the center fielder Cespedes, who for some reason tonight has been playing rather shallow on a lot of these Rocker hitters who major pop in their bats. Here's Daegang Yo, takes a fastball up and in. 1-0. Xander, his second hit, on for the third time in fourth trip. He's had no problem in his return to the lineup. Remember, Xander was on the shelf for a little while as well. Yo stings one out to second base, played on a hop by Cooper. Xander moving over to third, and Yo was tossed out at first base. And Cooper turned his body in the direction of third base for a moment. No longer be hitless, and also put the Rockers into double digits in that column. They come through with a knock here off by Yellow. Rockers have seen a couple of times already this year. Breaking ball dipped low, 1-0. Great night at the ballpark. Been all Rockers for the most part. They fell behind 3-0 early, but quickly erased that with a 3-spot to even the game in the third inning. 1-0. Yo taking all the way right through for a strike. Went from 1954 to 1985. Yo grounds one hard to shortstop. Up with it is Aguilar, and his toss to first in time. 2 away for Brian Pereira. See if we can't sneak this one in before the inning ends.